Welcome back to Court Farm. We are just finishing up the contract in field 14 for rye. Haven't harvested rye before. It seems to yield very, very well. We've done 2 trailer loads off this field already, which is pretty good. All right, decent sized field, but so at the start of the video you will have seen several clips of contracts that have been completed. Also done a few more oat ones as well. Just been getting into it really. Can't say any different to that, to be fair. Just sort of got in a rhythm and plodded on. Alright, it went very, very dark. However, for playing it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it was good fun. Smashed them out, and we've got some decent amount of crops now in the silo, and the money is looking rather healthy for now. So the plan is we've got our linseed that is ready to harvest, so we're going to finish up the rye and we'll move everything down there and get those 2 fields done. I then want to look at possibly putting in a CCM fermenter. Now, why I didn't think of this before, so it's a mod by Disturbed, and he's recently done an update to it to take various other different crop types to ferment. So that is the plan, because then at least we can use we haven't got to buy the bales anymore. We can ferment the CCM and yeah, just give it to the pigs via a bucket. I'm guessing we can just ferment it and unload from the silo when we need it. So we'll get finished up here. We've got another 3,800 litres to deliver, so we'll be able to keep probably about 5,000–6,000 litres by the looks of things. So we might in fact stick the old auger out, call the JCB, and start to get unloaded. There we go, it's on its way. It's an absolute nightmare getting in and out of this field. So I'll show you when we leave, but I think Oxygen David might have been having a bit of a laugh when he designed the map and the different obstacles by the gateways. So we'll get unloaded just as much as we need to, get that sent off to be delivered, and then we'll catch back. So field all harvested, and the fast track is off to town stores. I think we're delivering to, yeah, town stores, with about 3,900 litres in it, so plenty to complete the contract. Now this is what I was saying. So before we were exiting this way and trying to spin round, and there's this blooming telegraph pole here, and also when you're coming back in, trailer swings and smacks that as well. So, but then I've just found another gateway up here. So we're probably going to aim to leave out of that one, I think. We will head to the yard, get the combine emptied, and make a start on our linseed fields. So I remembered rather handily that we can get into our first field here through what was our wheat field, so that's all good. Next thing to do is we can collect on that contract. Lovely. We've got, how much did we keep? I think it was about 6,000. Yeah, 6,552 litres, which it's, you know, not to be sniffed at off of one field, actually. And we've got 60,000 litres of wheat, 9,000 litres of barley, and nearly 22,000 litres of oats, and our canola as well. So all good there. Now, I think we've got straw. So let's make a start on our linseed. I haven't done this, like I think I've said before, I haven't done this since Calmsden. There we go. Filling up reasonably well. Kind of reminds me, and I've said this before on Calmsden, it reminds me very much of a barley kind of crop. Yields reasonably well. And obviously you get the straw, which is a bonus. So there'll be a little bit more baling, but we can cope with that. And what's that? One run, 1,500 litres nearly. Rather good. This turn done without hitting the tree. There we go. Super. Shouldn't take us too long to get these done. Obviously we are into August now, so pigs have been fed. We've had a couple of new additions, not loads, and my good friend Disturbed has done a video on the butcher mod that we're using. So the best, or yeah, well, it is the best time for us to be sending the pigs to the butcher is around 18 months. Now we need to I need to have double check, and we'll have a look in a minute, but I think we've got some that are not far off, probably about a month maybe, of being ready to go. So need to keep an eye on that, and we can set that all running as well, which should be rather good. The other thing he said, which I don't think I'd clocked it before, is they only need to be at 75% health, which is fine because we are clearly looking after them very, very well. They've got everything they could possibly want to eat, whether that be because we're buying it in or we've grown it ourselves. So yeah, all good. Now hopefully the JCB should be making its way to field 20. I set it to go over there just so we can position it where we want in here, and we haven't got to worry about it hitting any gate posts. So we will get to the end of this run. We'll go and grab that JCB, and then we'll have a look at the age of the pigs we've got. If we jump into the animal menu, nothing in the improvised shed is quite ready yet. A few more months and they will be, but we come down to, we've got a couple of, well, 4 sows that are 17 months, We've got another 2 there. So, yeah, we're getting there with some of the animals being ready to go to the butcher. So, yeah, fair amount. We're getting, you know, slow process rearing animals, isn't it? But I guess that's very true to life, quite obviously. So, that's the plan with that. What are we? 65% full nearly. Which isn't shabby. There we go. See, we've got the JCB now, all covered in lime. I guess at some point as well, I need to start thinking about crops to put in again. It's getting round to that time of, once we've prepped the fields, and what we need to do, we can, we'll have to start putting some more crops in. Pull forward, keep that straw neat. There we go. Oh, hello tree. There we go. Careful not to miss anything. Especially in this small field, every little really does help. I think what we'll do is we'll get unloaded this time. And then we'll crack on. Get them done. And then we'll have a look at building the CCM fermenter, I think. Auger out. Careful not to be driving on. See what we'll do. Make things a bit easier. We'll just harvest up this run. Make ourselves some space. Rather than risk driving on the crops. There we go. Header up. Get the straw to stop coming out. There we go. And back over to here and get unloaded. Our last run down our first field of linseed, and it's not too shabby a yield, to be fair. I think, you know, we're battling the soil type on that one, but to get around, what was it, 15,000 litres? Let's turn that off, get that out. We will grab the JCB at 8.5. Yeah, nearly 15,000 litres. It's not awful. Let's put it that way. It's not awful, is it? So there we go. Get that all unloaded. Now, I was thinking, and I know I said about the CCM fermenter, but we haven't got any corn. So, unless we're going to take a load of corn contracts, which we could do. Let's have a quick look. Corn, we get to keep 1,400 litres, 3,200 litres, only about 5, maybe 8,000 litres of corn we could keep. Yeah, we might need to delay that. So 15,491 litres. I think we will put that in the silo now. We'll come back then, fold all the combine up, get the header onto the trailer, and navigate our way into our little field there. No idea what that's going to yield, but we will soon see. So I'll get this tipped, and I'll see you when we're starting in the last field of linseed. So as we're passing the repair point, we might as well take the hit and get the combine and the header all repaired. How many hours has this got on it now? 13.7 hours. That's mad. That is mad. Quite a good way to actually show how much work is actually put in though, which is cool. I'm looking forward to getting into our field beans. They need to hurry up and ripen. Right, let's see how we get on. Getting down here, we might need to go in cab at some point. Now, we should be okay. Mind the collisions on the bins. Take it steady. Hope that we don't find any very low hanging trees. Should be alright now, I think. Definitely worked well going through the other field rather than trying to squeeze through that gateway there. And up here, we should just be able to, he says, swing that there. Luckily, the neighbouring farmer is very, very accommodating of us. Obviously heard what a poor driver I am. And we can spin round. We can find the hedge, turn the beacons off, and get this connected. There we go. I think we'll just go this way. Hopefully that the bushes bend. And yeah, we can make a start. What we might... oh no, we won't need to do that. There we go. Any bits we miss, we'll either drive over or come back for. We did take this one a little bit close to the hedgerow in places, I seem to recall. Never mind. There we go. Right, couple of headlands, and yeah, we'll catch back shortly. Get out of the way, dear. Get out of the way. I don't want you going through the combine. Thank you. I think we're going to have to grab the trailer. I was not expecting to get a full tank off of this field, but yeah, surprised, pleased, over the moon. The other thing I've just thought as well is I reckon that our grass fields are going to be ready for a cut. We could do with getting the baling done in here first, I think, just because the fields are done then, the fields are cleared, and we can then get to liming and whatnot, and yeah, ultimately be able to plant again. So, whoa, there we go. Right, that's sorted. Get the auger out. I'll grab the JCB and I'll catch up with you in a second. I'll very nearly finished the harvest. There we go. Back up and try and catch that lot in one pass. Now I've just had a thought about a mod tractor that I have installed that I think we might demo. It's only 180 horsepower, I think we could bump it to. Now, I've used a version of the tractor in the past on Disturbed, I think it was Maypole, and they were very loud. So I think that's the reason I'm leasing it before we actually press the button and buy it. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll get the combine back to the yard. We'll get the JCB and get that back as well and get that unloaded. And then I will pop up to the store, see if we can't lease ourselves a tractor, and we'll get the baling done. So, yeah, I'll wait for the header trailer to stop rocking. There we go. Just waiting for that thunk, so it's on. Yes, so I'll get all this back to the yard, and I'll see you in a matter of seconds. Oh, this is awesome. This is what I've gone for. So it's the Fiat Agri 180/90. So it's got 180 horsepower. We've had the hydraulic lift on the back and on the front. It's a lovely looking mod. It's by Edo Mods, I think. Available on the Mod Hub. Yeah, it's quite a nice... makes a nice change, actually. Getting into using a bit of older kit. Obviously, certain things, like, you know, balers and stuff, it's easier to use the modern stuff. But, yeah, hopefully we won't have any problems hooking up to this. There we go. We can probably turn the beacon off. And we'll head to the field. And that's a lovely sound. Not too loud. I haven't had to adjust the volume settings. And look at the fat tyres on the back. And it goes 21, 22 mile an hour. But what a nice looking setup that is. Love it. Right. So, now my only thought is, we filled the bale trail last time, didn't we? So, yeah, never mind. We might just have to fork these back to the yard. Right, what am I looking for here? Alt and X. Super. Bale size, we can only do 150s, which is fine. Get that unfolded. Powered up. Even like that's nice and quiet. Yeah, love it. I love it when just things like little ideas like that just pop into my head. There we go. Old school baling. Haha, love it. I mean, I think even with the 180 horsepower engine, I think this is 45k, I think, for the tractor. Not bad at all, really. And it shifts nice. Some grunt to it as well. Haha. Alright, I'll calm myself down. Do a bit more. And I'll see you in a second. Well, I hope you don't mind the little, well, shortish clip just of the sound of this rig. I've even there we go, let me just concentrate a minute and turn the sound back down in my headphones, because I'd cranked that right up. I love it, it's brilliant. I am tempted to keep it, if I'm honest. Yeah. It's, I don't know how it would do. Mind you saying that, it's more horsepower than the Massey. Only by about 20, I think. You know, I'm sure we've got some shed space we can store another tractor in. Especially one that sounds this good. Yeah. It was... Who recommended this to me? It was Shuffy, or I never get his YouTube channel name right. Oh, forgot about stopping. I want to say stimulated, or stimulated simulation, something like that. Yeah, he was posting some pictures, and yeah, I was like, oh, looks good, and it sounds just as good. So, how many did we get off of that one? 8 off that one. Lovely. Right, we'll turn that off. Power that down. Even just on tick over, it sounds brilliant. Right, I need to stop fawning over this tractor and crack on. So, let's navigate our way out. There we go. Super. And we'll crack on with the next field. Well, I've calmed down just a little bit, but yeah. There's not many times I am not speechless, but just in awe. I mean, this is a cracking mod. I think that's one thing. Whoops-a-daisy. Wasn't expecting that to fill up quite as quick as it did. I think that's what can lack sometimes with mods, is the sound. And it's just, yeah, I'm loving this. That's all I can say, is I'm loving it. We're nearly done. I'm wondering whether we make a start on mowing today. Because I'm pretty sure that both fields, so the one down by our farm and the one at the back of the butcher's, pretty sure they're both ready. We'll have a double check, but yeah, we could do with getting some grass cut as well, so we might well start that. Don't think... Well, we might not get another bale out of this. Oh, that is very close. That's worth just mooching around the field for missed bits for the 50 litres, hopefully there. Yeah, so I think we'll get this done. I will shift the bales somehow, or somewhere off camera, and we'll go and make a start on some mowing, I think. Will we get it? Yeah, look at that. Brilliant. Super. Get that dropped off. So we made 15 bales. Not bad. Right, turn that off, lift that up, and fold that. We'll leave the baler on this tractor. I think we might as well use it. And I'll grab the mowers and we'll make a start. Oh, we're cracking through the mowing. And I've been thinking, can pigs eat linseed? Because, let's just get to the end of this row. Because we've got, let's have a look. Time, saving, stock check, and linseed, 27,000 litres. Now, could that be energy food, maybe? So along with the wheat and any corn or maize we got. Yeah, let me know what you think to that one. I know people say that pigs will eat anything, but yeah, I'm just wondering whether we add that in to the mix along with the field beans will do the protein. But yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not linseed could be added. I know we can add anything we want with Mace Plus, but yeah, just a thought. Maybe might get more benefit out of it that way, using it as feed rather than blogging it. The other thing is, thank you very much to the YouTube channel members and the Patreon members. You are all fantastic. A little bit of German there. You'll never know I got a D. Right, I am going to finish this field, and then next episode we will be baling. We'll cut the other grass field as well, around the bales. We might need to lease another trailer, just to clear some of the bales. But we'll come to that when we get to it. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was quite cool to use some different kits. Come on, there we go. So yes, if you've enjoyed it, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.